Episode of Story. Okay. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here at EAS Club. I'm your host, Cornell Bunting. I am excited right now to bring you guys a young man that is here from the other side of the world. It's a beautiful thing. He's doing a whole lot of stuff, speaking, all these other things. But I'm gonna let him talk about some of that. So without further ado, help me welcome Samuel English.
Thanks, Cornell. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, man, this is good, bro.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yo, so literally, as I met you and stuff, bro, I hear the British accent and I'm like, yo, bro, it's like family already, bro. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So where were you born? Where you grew up?
Yeah, so just outside London, little town. So in the town called Amersham, it's about like a few miles out of London.
Yeah.
On the west.
Yeah. That's West London, isn't
Exactly.
it? Yeah. Wow.
So it's not like big inner city, it's kind of more little countryside-ish vibes.
Yeah.
So I've grown up there all my life. It's been amazing.
Now, because there's so much to do in London.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever get out to like go into like Elephant and Castle Waterloo?
I do. So I'm actually on the Metro line, so that's really handy for getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'm right at the end, I can still get in.
Yo, that is dope. So, because I know we got the tube stations.
Exactly.
And I know they did created a app that you can follow now.
Yeah.
To tell you what tube to take to go where and stuff like this. But yo, this is rad, bruv. So, walk a little bit on for individuals, because they've always been fascinated with the museums like that's in London. Where would you say is the best one?
That's a good question. So, just some background for it. So, there's lots of museums in London, lots of history.
Yes.
When I was growing up, my mum always used to love to take me to these museums.
Yes.
Just to kind of immerse myself in different cultures and histories.
Right.
So, for context, there's the National History Museum, the
Yes.
Science Museum,
Yep.
the British Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum.
Yes.
They're all in kind of a similar location.
Yes.
Called
yes.
Exhibition Road.
Yes.
It's in Kensington,
Yes.
South Kensington.
Yes. Yes.
It's a lovely area. I
Yes.
would say my favourite is the Natural History Museum.
Come on.
Yeah. You've got dinosaurs, you've got
Right.
different exhibits.
Yes.
You've got stuff to do with like earthquakes, tectonics, which is my sort of thing.
Yeah.
'Cause I do geography.
People would always say why people are so fascinated with Trafalgar.
Yeah.
And because you see people, they sleep on the steps there and all. What do you think one of the big reasons that started there? Like,
It's a good question. I think people just like being in the city all the time. I mean, you can be out at 2 a.m. and there are still people out and it still feels relatively safe.
Yeah.
I mean, same at like midday.
Yeah.
Everyone's busy all the time, just hustling.
So, people always ask, because here, our business part of America is Manhattan.
Yeah.
In London, there's this place called Canary Wharf. Have you been over there?
I have a few times. I mean, I don't work there, so I'm not too familiar with it.
Yeah.
I know it's almost a bit of an exclusive bubble because, I mean, you've got all the banks and whatnot there.
Right.
But it looks like a great place. You've got all the big high-rise buildings.
Yeah.
It's great to visit. They've got great restaurants, a bit high-end.
So, for the listeners, I know you got to get them a little bit of walk through, bro. Like, what was school life like? Like starting school, like trying to understand what you wanted to do, where you want to fit in when it comes to what the culture looks like, the academics. Where did you feel like you could fit in once you got in, and like what was that journey like?
Yeah, of course. So I think some context on the British school system would be helpful, as it's a bit different here in America.
Yes.
So we've got preschool, which is like pre-kindergarten.
Right.
Here in the UK.
Yes.
In the US, sorry. Then we've got like nursery, primary school.
Nursery, yep.
You're there up until age 11.
Yes.
And then after age 11, you're in, the equivalent to high school, which we call secondary school in the UK.
Yes.
And there you take qualifications called GCSEs at 16.
Right.
And then after 16, you take qualifications called A-levels,
Right.
which enable you to then go to college.
Yeah.
So just a bit about me. So I went to a state's school, which is like maintained by the state. It's not a private school.
Right.
So I went there for my whole education.
Yeah.
Had some amazing teachers, amazing experiences. I loved it. I've met friends for life.
Lovely.
And that was in my town that I've lived in my whole life.
Yeah.
So I still have all my friends from there, which is amazing.
That
Still
is
in contact with
amazing,
them.
man. Did you do music?
I See, this is one of the things I wish I was better at, music. I
Yeah.
played guitar and piano up until about age 13.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of fell out of love with it a bit
Okay.
because it was all about getting to the next test, getting to the next grade, whereas
Right,
I just loved playing.
Yeah.
So I fell out of love with it a bit. But
Mhm.
since in the last few years, I've tried to get back into it.
Right.
Because I'm listening to music all the time, I want to be able to do that and say, oh yeah, I can play that too.
Right. And you know, like, because you're of this newer era,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of people, they're still fan of, you know, the Beatles and like Elton John, like some of those old school guys. Was you ever fan of any of those music?
I'm still a fan right now.
That is
Yeah.
lovely, man.
I love them. I mean, I love the new guys too, but I like the retro stuff.
Yeah.
The Beatles, Elton John, amazing.
Yeah. For a lot of people, you know, because they've always got a little confused with the rap music here in America,
Yeah.
and then the music that we do in England, and so they've never quite understood what it is because of the way they're talking, but they're spitting. What could you tell them on that?
That's a good question. I feel like so much of the references in like UK rap music,
Right.
it's like local culture,
Yeah.
local based stuff, which could be harder to relate to if you're not from the UK.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's a lot about like people's personal experiences, how they
Right.
relate to
Yeah.
the city. But I guess the beat is the same,
Well-
just different meaning. Different meaning. So I can
Yeah.
relate more to the UK stuff, I think,
Right,
than
right.
the US.
Yeah, because
The US is more fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, and, you know, US goes in and out because I mean, some of the music for me, I'm having challenges understanding some of what they're saying. I don't know if they're really saying much, but I don't know. I think when the accent, you know, it throws. How many accents have you heard since you came to America?
So many accents, especially in Florida,
Yeah,
because everyone seems to almost be out of state or from a different part, which
Right,
is great.
right,
Like I've
yeah.
met so many people from New York, like New Hampshire,
yeah,
Maine, Massachusetts,
right,
all coming here, and then different accents within Florida. I mean,
right,
I think the older folk talk a bit differently to some
Yeah.
of the newer people who have moved around a bit more.
right,
But yeah,
yeah.
we speak the same language, so I can just about understand.
Right. So, what inspired you to wanting to come to America, and like, how did that happen?
Yeah, so I should provide some good context here. So I'm currently still in college,
Yes.
doing my degree in geography at University of Cambridge
Yes.
in the UK.
Yes.
And my research is kind of specialising in hurricanes, how communities respond,
Yes.
how they can be more resilient,
Yes.
especially as like hurricanes become more intense and more common.
Right.
And what better place to come, I think, than Florida?
Right,
I mean,
right.
You get them all the time.
We
here,
do.
Whereas I know, Cornell, you are from the UK. We
Yeah.
don't get them in the UK.
Right. No.
So
no.
I thought, okay, I should
Yeah.
go somewhere new. And also, I just wanted to do a bit of travelling as well. So how
Right.
could I combine that travel with
Yeah.
some cool research?
That's lovely.
So
That's
I thought,
lovely.
come to Florida. The
Yeah.
people are great. I'm also not a great linguist. I can't speak many languages, so that kind of constrained where I could go in the world.
Right.
So
right.
I thought, okay, America.
Yeah.
That's where I should come.
That is lovely, man.
And now I'm here.
This is good, and you know, because you've really dove in the culture in such a way because your host,
Yes.
you know, because she's American citizen now, but also she has the culture of India as well.
Yeah.
Well, how's you liking that so far?
Yeah, so for context, I'm staying with Priya and her wonderful husband Mohit
Yeah.
in Babcock Raj.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Yes.
They've got so much history and culture behind them.
Yeah, yeah.
Priya, for example, grew up in India.
Yes.
Then she went to China for a few years.
Yes.
Then she went to California. So she's been all over the world.
Yes.
So I've learned a lot from her experiences.
That's lovely.
I want to become more cultured and visit new places. I mean,
Right.
Mohit as well. He
Yeah.
has such an interesting background.
Right. You know, so, you know, I know a lot of time people say one of the hardest job
Yeah.
is to be a meteorologist because you don't know if what you're telling the people is actually going to be accurate. Do you feel like they're making device now that can actually read the weather in a way that it could be on point a little bit, especially because you researching the hurricane and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's a great example. So a few years ago in the UK, there was
Yeah.
this meteorologist called Michael Fish.
Yeah.
He said there won't be a storm.
Right,
And
right.
there was a storm. And it's never left him. That is almost his reputation now.
Yeah.
So it is a hard job.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you have to say, there's a storm, there's no storm. But then
Right.
what if there is or it isn't?
Right.
People
right.
will be like, were you telling the truth?
Yeah.
So it is a hard job because you have to be able to say with a degree of accuracy what
Right.
will happen. Otherwise, people won't trust you.
Right.
Or they may just become complacent if you keep saying there will be a storm and there won't be.
Right, right. So we had an hurricane here, which was really big, and it did some serious damage. Irma.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like, did you see some of the coverage on that? Like, when it happened, or maybe the aftermath? What was you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, that's partly why I've become interested in this research,
Yeah.
because you see it on TV. It was
Right.
all on like UK broadcast TV, all these
Yeah.
hurricanes, Ian especially,
Right.
which did so much damage
Yeah.
to people around here. So Irma, Ian, Milton last year.
Yes. Milton. Yeah.
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 That wreaked havoc.
We underestimated Milton, actually. We underestimated Milton in a big way, because we didn't really prepare for it. Even though I think we missed it here in Southwest Florida, but other parts got a rat of it. For people that still don't necessarily understand how it's developed, because for some people they didn't know that's in the water. It's when it gets stronger, and especially when the water is warm and stuff. How much of that research have you got into already, where like you fully understand how it's developed, how it goes from one category to the next category?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. So that's not specifically my research, but I know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So hurricanes tend to happen in the tropics
Yes.
because of the temperature of the
Right,
ocean. I mean,
right.
it has to be 27 degrees centigrade. Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit. So
Yeah.
I need to convert that.
This is good.
I should have
Yeah.
known that before.
Yeah.
But the ocean has to be a certain temperature, and
Right.
if it's deeper, it also has more energy.
Right.
And
right.
that's what allows hurricanes to form. But then
Right.
you also need the winds on the surface
Yeah,
to
yeah.
enable that movement.
Right. Right.
And then as they come inland, they actually lose their energy.
Yeah.
So the most amount of energy is offshore. So
Right.
that's where it really develops.
Yeah.
Once they become inshore, they lose energy drastically.
Right. Right.
But yeah, much of the damage occurs basically at the coast. Once
Yes.
it's inshore, it gets a bit better.
Yes, this is true. Now, for a lot of people, because they know the time difference is
Yes.
very different, right? And we're possibly 5 to 6 hours behind this time. Now, how did you prepare yourself to adjust with the time?
That's a good question, because I still don't think I'm adjusted. I mean, on my watch, I've got these dual times. Like in London, it's 2:50
Yes.
currently. So my mum's still at work. When I wake up in the morning, my mum's like, no, you can't call me. I'm in a meeting.
Right.
So I'm still adjusting.
Yeah.
I think when I was on the plane, I read some travel tips on
Yeah.
Reddit of like how to adjust. Someone said to change the time to the time in the destination.
Yes.
I think that really helped.
Yes.
I also just drank lots of water on the plane.
There
Had a
you go.
small 1 hour nap as
Yeah.
well.
Wow, man.
That seemed to help.
That is lovely. Now, the University of Cambridge.
Yeah.
This is huge, because we have a lot of students that hope to get in there, or want to attend, but not necessarily feel that they could handle workload if they was to get in there. What would you say to them, bro?
It's a good question, because I feel like much of that perspective is also like formed on people kind of not knowing, and it's not really transparent
Right.
enough about what the experience is like.
Right.
I mean, yes, it's kind of an elite institution. It is quite intense. There's lots of
Yeah.
work,
Right.
but it's really supportive as well, which
Yeah.
I want to emphasize. Like, everyone is so kind. People are more normal, I think,
Right.
than meets the eye. I
Yeah.
think normally it's presented as quite kind of elite, exclusive. People aren't willing to talk. But what I found is people come from all over the world.
Right.
I mean, my flatmate that I've stayed with this year, he's from New York.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've met a really good range of people. People are from like all different types of schools,
Yeah.
backgrounds, ethnicities, like
Yeah.
state schools, private schools, all
Beautiful.
across the country.
Beautiful.
Like,
Would you say you getting in was challenging for you getting in, or what was the journey like getting in there?
yeah, I mean, it's tough. I feel like I've always loved my academics.
You
Which
paid
means-
attention.
Yeah, paid attention in class.
Yeah.
I've always kind of enjoyed tests. I know some people don't.
Yeah.
I feel like that helps.
Yeah.
I worked hard for it. I had a supportive family as well. I grew up in
Beautiful.
a relatively kind of wealthy area.
Okay.
That really helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my mum's a single parent, but like my dad helped bring me up, so I've
Lovely.
had hurdles along the way. But but people have just been so supportive. Teachers
Right.
have been great. I wouldn't have been there without teachers.
Yeah, beautiful. So I'm glad you touched that. So, for, individuals trying to understand a little bit of what that looked like. So mum kind of raised you for the most part, but dad was there as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've still got a great relationship with my dad, but they separated when I was 12.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, there have been hurdles along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. I think it made me realise how hard my mum had to work.
Right.
Especially like bringing up myself and my sister.
Yeah.
I think that work ethic was then instilled in me early
Beautiful,
on to kind
beautiful.
of build a better life, and then eventually like help support my mum,
Right.
get a good job when I graduate,
Yeah.
and then help her retire.
That's lovely, bro. So the relationship with you and your sister, what is that pretty good? Or?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, we're 3 years apart. She's still a teenager. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a teenager up until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, we squabbled, but that's kind of just teenager life.
Yeah, there's, siblings do
Exactly.
that, innit? We squabble a little bit, yeah. So, for a lot of the youth now, because, a lot of youths now, they feel like we've been doing it wrong. Like the older generations, because they see us that we work for a very long time, then when we retire or we're supposed to retire, we don't have enough to retire on. What's your take on that? Because if I feel like the inputs from like the Gen Zs and the later gens like yourself have a different look or a view on life and how to apply yourself to get to, let's say, 60. We'll use the age 60. Yeah. What would you say to them like now, like your view on what that looked like?
I mean, it's such a good question because, yeah, you're right. I mean, young people view that there's almost sometimes no future ahead of them.
Right.
I think my take on it is that we both grew up in different time periods. Like my grandparents grew up just after the Second World War.
Right.
The economy was like booming then.
Yes.
We're kind of in a lull with the economy at the moment, and also we've got all these other pressures like social media, AI.
Yes.
I think there's more uncertainty about what our future involves. Like, will our job exist because of AI?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right.
And then social media as well. That's huge. That wasn't back when my grandparents were growing up.
Right.
So I think there are all those new pressures on young people.
Man, and some would say the music industry, and then of course the social media influencers do impact a lot of the decisions on the younger generation today. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, of course, because I think younger people want role models in society.
Right.
So they look at these people they see on social media and they want to emulate their lifestyles because they may have like a good paying job or a cool life.
Right.
And they see, I want that too.
Yeah.
So I think that's huge in the way that maybe 50 years ago, people would have been more confident in their own abilities to do well. Whereas I think today we're always chasing the new thing because we can see online, oh yeah, my friend's doing this, my friend's doing that.
Yeah.
This influencer's doing some cool holiday
abroad. Right.
So I think that's huge. And the impact of celebrities and celebrity culture, especially with TV, social media, is massive in driving young people's behaviour.
Man. Now, with a lot of the shows, because, we have artists that say they get a crazier crowd, like when they come to especially certain parts in England and Europe as well. Have you ever experienced any of those shows? Like, have you ever gone to any of those shows?
See, I'm not very good with shows. I enjoy it from TV back home. I don't know if you've heard of Glastonbury.
Yeah,
That's huge.
Yes.
So that's kind of the main one in the UK. We had that a few months ago.
Right.
The music's great.
Yeah.
You get like artists from the US. I think Dolly Parton was here
a
few years back.
Yeah.
Although I'm a music fan, I enjoy listening with headphones.
Yeah.
Like back at home.
That's good.
Guy.
I like that. I think then that's a safe way as well because you don't have to get into all whatever ruckus is that's happening.
Exactly. And people often go and they camp and like you just hear stories about the camping living and like how hard that is and people's tents get flooded and muddy.
Man.
I'd kind of rather be on the clean sofa, couch back at home.
Yeah, and so one of the things that, and I got to get your take on this, people get fascinated with when a good guitarist can hit those strings. What is it that, you know, like you feel like that pull individuals to want to kind of embrace what that looks like, you know, when we're, let's say, holding a tone for a minute or whatever?
Yeah. So is that like how individuals want to enjoy the music there?
Yeah. Like, well, and I know you're very young for this one, but you've possibly have heard of it, like Woodstock.
Yes.
So you know how rad they were with Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this era we've found a guitarist that is as good, or maybe do it as creative as he is. I know we might have two in England, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've heard of Ed Sheeran. He's big in the UK.
Yes. But I think though with Ed Sheeran, here's the thing for me, because his music got so big.
Yes.
I think it took away a little bit from him. Like we know that he can play the guitar and stuff like this as well. But it's the voice, and I think because of the selective music that he came out with that have captured so many people.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Ed Sheeran fan, but he's become almost so big now.
Right.
His guitaring and like his playing ability has almost been lost a bit, I think.
Yes. But a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people knew that a lot of those guitars are him, innit?
Yeah, people think it's a band behind him, but no, he's singing and playing guitar.
So
talented. I mean, I could never.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that has been lost a bit, and I think if people knew that that's the talent behind the person,
right,
that's great.
Yeah. You know, so one time I was in Paddington.
Yes.
And
it's a great place in London.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, and Seal was in the station. But bro, it was the weirdest thing, because the way he was dressed, because he had a hoodie on, not a lot of people knew he was there, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Which artist would you think Ed Sheeran could disguise himself that no one could make him out in?
I don't think so. He's so recognisable. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's got ginger hair.
Right.
He's got his glasses. I don't think you can miss him.
We couldn't. Now, because we've really had some huge talent that have come out of the UK, and in the acting world, for a lot of individuals didn't know, a few of the individuals were from the UK until they hear them on an interview, because they learn the American accent.
Mm.
How long you think it would take you to learn the American accent where you could disguise the British accent?
You know what, that's tough, because I'm told by all of my friends in the UK that I've got quite a British accent, like quite a London accent. So I think it would need extra time.
It would be. Because even House, the lead actor, a lot of people didn't know he was from the UK.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. I think the British accent can be quite pronounced.
Yes.
I know mine is, especially I think that's part of where I grew up from.
Right.
So I think at least 20 years in the US, at least.
You know, though.
I met actually a British person 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He moved from the UK 35 years ago, but I can still tell.
You could still tell,
I can still tell. He's from Bristol, actually.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, there's still certain words that you could never do away with. Like, you could never really replace it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like mum. How do you replace mum? You know, like it's...
Yeah, because we spell it M-U-M, so we say mum as opposed to mom.
Yeah.
So small differences like that. Although the friends that I'm currently living with, who's from New York, when he goes home, his parents now pick up, say things in a British accent. And he's only been in the UK 2 years now.
Wow. So, well, I mean, that's quite a bit of time as well to kind of catch. And then he listens to you a lot, so...
Yeah, I probably don't help. I probably sway that quite a bit.
It's... in the artistry, the artistry right now, like with poetry, art, you know, painting and stuff like this, is there anyone that stands out to you right now?
It's a really tough question.
Would you say because you know you got older pieces that still stands out to today, like, you know, Picasso's huge name and stuff like this, but like an artist that you feel, because I know we have a few out of Birmingham.
Yes.
But to break into the big scene the way like a Picasso did.
You know, one has just come to mind because I actually saw this on social media the other day because he put up a new painting. Banksy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for context, Banksy is a street artist who uses spray paint and stencils.
Yes.
But he uses his artwork to almost make quite a mark and like a societal impression.
Right. Yeah.
So some of the artwork he does, it appears on random locations, just almost on the side of a building. Mm-hmm. So not where you would expect, like on a canvas in a museum or an art gallery. Yeah. It's just on the street. Yeah. Or on like a lamppost.
It's beautiful, man.
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
And what I like about it is it always tells a story. It has a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
It's not just a painting of like a pretty flower.
Right.
It's a story about something he believes in society. Yeah. Which I think is amazing.
So, from you, and that's beautiful. I was hoping that you would have went there, and you did, so that was beautiful. For individuals that's curious of your journey so far since you've got into America, what of some of the stuff you've already got to interact with and really find it intriguing?
Yeah, I mean, my hosts, Priya and her husband Mohit, are amazing. They're very well connected.
Lovely.
So they've managed to get me interviews and like discussions with some amazing people.
Yes.
So yesterday, for example, I was talking to one of the developers of Babcock Ranch, which is where
I'm
staying. Yeah. So I was talking to Sid Kitson yesterday.
Beautiful.
I've talked to some amazing people, local residents. Yesterday, I was doing a speech at the local Rotary Club in Babcock.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Speech making isn't my forte, so
right.
It was a good experience. I mean, I connected with some great local people.
Yes.
Doing some good things.
And my friend, because everyone knows I'm good friends with the mayor Kevin Anderson, and you got an opportunity to.
I should have said yes. So 2 days ago, Mayor Anderson kindly invited me to his office.
Yes.
It's amazing. I mean, he's right at the top on the 4th floor.
Yes.
His window overlooks the entire downtown Fort Myers.
Yes.
I think he's such a humble, genuine person, which really connected with me because normally when you think of politicians, you don't think of them as open.
Right.
Whereas with Mayor Anderson, he was just so open and willing to just talk about what he's done previously, how that's informed what he's doing today.
Yes.
And also, he didn't gloss over the challenges that he faces.
Right.
He was quite transparent with that, which I really appreciated.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that as well, because I think even with influencers today, they have challenges showing the L's, showing the challenging times, because they feel maybe they just want to see just the wins. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is also part of the social media age. People are always wanting to put on their best performance.
Right.
And like show a version of themselves, which is always perfect.
Right.
And I think that emerges also, I guess, in like politics and public life as well.
Yeah.
But I think what really matters, just as a human being and being empathetic, is kind of acknowledging where things are going wrong.
Yeah.
And being able to just own up to that and admit it.
Yeah. You hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it makes you more genuine and more connectable with people.
Yeah.
Rather than pretending everything's perfect, everything's great.
Right.
Just being more transparent.
Bro, and I got to say, like, someone had made a comment on females. We're not attacking you ladies now, not attacking you ladies at all. But they say they're hard to satisfy because you have so much of them that do the makeup and they do all the extra stuff now and different body parts they put on now. But it's almost seem like that's what the mess of the media want to see, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, people can do whatever they want to do. That's my take.
Yeah.
But I think, I guess, for both men and women, people do feel pressured to conform to a certain way in society in a way that isn't genuine and individual to themselves, which I think is unfortunate because everyone should express themselves the way they want to.
This is true. This is very true. I love that, bruv. Certain artists that are here that have made huge impact in England, and I'm going to throw two of them at you, and you got to pick one. You can only pick one. Prince, Michael Jackson.
The thing is, does Michael Jackson include when he was part of the Jackson 5? That's the question. because
if we put him a part of the Jackson 5, then possibly he's going to make it unfair for Prince, isn't it?
yeah, I love the Jackson 5. I didn't like his music as much as it got older.
Okay.
The Jackson 5 was amazing.
He was loving that moment. Yeah.
I love that music. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so positive, upbeat.
Yeah.
I don't think you can beat it.
This is true. This is very true. I know they play ABC up to today, innit?
You know what? I was listening to that last night. Like, whenever I need a boost and, like, just a good feeling,
Yeah.
I listen to the Jackson 5.
Yeah. That's rad, bruv. Like, and I know people now are getting a little bit fascinated with what goes on in the UK, like the different TV shows now, and I know some people are fascinated with the cooking and stuff like that. What would you say, like, you know, for me, like whenever I go back home, I got to bring back some scone. What would you say is like the food that stands out for you?
That's a good question, because when coming to the US, I was thinking about what things to bring people to say thank you.
Right.
And I was going through just that in my head.
Yeah.
I brought lots of biscuits.
Did you?
Yeah. But when I say biscuits, I think it's a bit different here in
Right,
the US.
right,
So I
right,
brought
yeah.
like shortbreads, like
Yes.
chocolate cookies almost. That's the sort of stuff I mean.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what the UK is stereotypically known for. Like
This is true. The
afternoon
pastry.
tea,
Yeah.
like pastries.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll bring some of that. People
Yeah.
may want that. It's a bit different to Hershey's here.
Yeah.
So I think it's better. I think Cadbury's is quite nice.
I love that. So, you know, a lot of people have been saying now, since the Queen passed, and then her son now takes over, it's less people go crazy now to stand at the castle and stand outside and stuff like that. Actually, when was the last time you've been in that area?
So I was actually at Windsor Castle a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
I was just seeing my grandparents there.
Okay.
So that's one of the places the royal family owns.
Right.
Just outside London. They
Yeah.
also own Buckingham Palace. I think that's what most people are familiar with.
Most people go to
Exactly.
Buckingham. Yeah. Yeah.
So I've walked down there a few times. You've got the Mall, which is the
Right.
big road leading up to it. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. And then you've got parks surrounding it.
Right. Right.
So sometimes I just like bike around there because it's such a cool green space
Yes.
to go.
Yes.
But just coming on to your question about, I guess, the Queen and the monarchy
Yeah.
and how maybe people aren't as supportive. I mean, I think that's a fair representation. I mean, there was a lot of support around the Queen.
Yes.
Not just
yes.
in the UK, but from people around the world.
Right. Right.
Who kind of saw her as this mother figure.
Yeah.
Who
yeah.
supported people and who also modernised the UK.
Right. Right.
Because a lot has happened in the UK since
Yeah.
like the 50s to
Oh
today.
yeah. Definitely.
And
definitely.
I think, has been supportive and has brought the world along with her.
Yes.
She didn't
Yes.
remain stuck in the past,
This is true. Yeah.
which I think people respected her for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And world leaders all around the world respected her for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough because Charles has only been the King of England
right.
for a few years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he needs some more time to make his mark.
Right.
But I like the monarchy. I like what it stands for in the UK.
Yeah.
I think it brings people together sometimes. I mean, in 2012, that was the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. It was
Right.
the same year as the London 2012 Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just feel like in that year, there was just this moment of euphoria.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just people willing to come together, like host dinner parties and like on their street.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've seen since 2012, that sense of togetherness
Right.
and community.
For you, as a to go to sport, because I know tennis is huge there, but if there was a sport outside of that, let's say between rugby and polo, which one would you take?
Between rugby and polo,
Yeah.
can I provide a different option?
You could. You can.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I like swimming. I mean, I'm a swimmer.
Oh,
in
there
the
you
UK.
go. Okay.
Yeah, so that's always kind of been my little niche.
Ah, lovely.
My mum signed me up for baby swimming lessons.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like where they just chuck you in a pool
Yeah,
as a child
yeah.
and like force you to swim. So that's where it started from. Then my love of swimming just grew.
That's
I mean, you
lovely.
see these amazing people on TV like Michael Phelps.
Yes, yes.
I know who's kind of stopped now, but
Right.
he was massive when I was
Yes,
growing up.
yes,
Like in
yes.
2008 to 2012,
He was quick.
he was insane.
Yes.
I don't think there will ever be someone quite like him.
Right.
So he was always my role model, I
Yeah.
guess.
So you were a fast swimmer then, innit?
I mean, I wasn't.
You-
I'm not Michael Phelps by any stretch.
Wait, can you do a good backstroke?
I can do a decent backstroke.
Okay.
I can do a better butterfly and a better
Yeah.
front
Oh,
pull.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, yeah, I mean, I always loved my swimming. I saw it as a mental escape, I
Okay.
guess, from school.
Yeah.
All my friends swam as well.
Yeah.
So after school, I just went to the pool,
That's
met up
beautiful.
with my friends,
Yeah.
did some homework when I got back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have always loved sport growing
That's
up.
lovely.
I see it as a mental escape.
Well, beautiful,
Just
man.
somewhere to connect with people who want to do the same.
Right. So, a lot of people have always said that they've never understood why the weather's not beautiful for a long period of time. And it gets cold. And what do you say on that? Because, obviously we have a lot of people that enjoy what that is and the environment and what that looks like. How do you deal with the seasons?
In the UK specifically? Yeah, you're right. So for context, the UK weather is a bit different to Florida.
Yes.
In Florida, it's always, pretty hot
Yes.
compared to the UK.
Right.
It's normally sunny. It wasn't this morning on the
Right.
drive in.
Right.
But yeah, in the UK, I think we have 4 more distinct seasons.
Yes.
So we have summer, winter, autumn, and spring,
And spring, yeah.
kind of as opposed to the wet and dry seasons here.
Right.
And the temperature difference differs quite massively between summer and winter. Again, I only know centigrade, so that's not very helpful for people
That's
listening.
okay. They can translate them, yeah.
But there could be like massive snowstorms in the winter compared to heat waves in the summer. But I
Right.
think one of the big differences compared to the US especially is we don't have air conditioning in the UK.
Yeah.
It's not commonplace.
Right.
I mean, it may be in an office or like in a cafe,
Right,
like a
right.
Starbucks, but in people's homes,
It's heaters.
people don't have air conditioning.
Right.
So when it gets hot, it gets hot.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just kind of have to deal with the heat.
Yeah.
Whereas in winter, we do have heaters because it can get quite cold.
Yes, it does. It
So I
does.
think they're the main differences, I'd say, in
Yeah.
the UK. You have to be ready for everything.
You do.
Which is why I feel like, I was walking around without an umbrella, and people are like, why are you walking around without an umbrella? Because we're used to the UK.
Right.
You could be rained on at any time, and
Yeah.
you just, I guess, have to get
You
on with it.
got to be ready, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of the UK and America, what other parts have you travelled to?
Good question. I've tried to get more into travelling in recent years,
Yeah.
kind of just find out more about different people and around the
Yeah.
world. Last week, actually, it seems so far away now. I went to Italy with my friends.
Lovely.
To kind of the northern coast
Yeah.
in a town called Genoa. And we
Okay.
travelled all around by train
Yeah.
and met some people there.
Wow.
So I went to Italy with about 9 of my friends from home. They all
Yeah.
actually swim.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to do a trip, just spend
Beautiful.
some time together.
Beautiful.
Apart from Italy, I've been to some other countries in Europe, such as like Spain, France,
Yeah.
Austria. One thing I do want to do is kind of just travel more
Yeah.
outside Europe.
Yeah.
Travel outside of my comfort zone a bit.
Right.
I guess the benefit of being in Europe,
Yeah.
being in the UK, is you're so near to Europe.
Right.
All of the flights are at least 3 hours max
Yes.
from London.
Yes.
So it's quite easy to get to, whereas, to get here today, it's
Right.
10 hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a long way.
Right.
And then the flights cost more, so then there's that added different
Yeah.
cost.
Because you flew out Heathrow and did you fly into Miami?
No, I actually flew into Tampa.
Tampa.
Yeah,
okay.
which is quite far from here. It's about 2 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours north of where we are today. So, and it's crazy because my son just moved to Italy, Naples.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not Naples, Florida.
No.
Naples, Italy. Quite different.
Yeah, he's an engineer in the army. So, but we're gonna be possibly going there to see him in October. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
But it won't be as hot because they've got a heat wave right now.
Yes, they do have it. He told me this is a little bit of a heat now. So, but let me ask you, because you still have quite a bit to go while you're here. Like, what else are you looking forward to seeing while you're here?
Yeah, good question. So the last few days I've been here since Sunday.
Yeah,
My schedule has been packed out, just
Lovely.
meeting lots of great people.
lovely.
So tomorrow it's Saturday,
Yes.
if I remember.
Yes.
It's kind of a bit of a rest day with
Lovely.
the beach. I thought, whilst in Florida, I have to at least see the beach.
Yes.
So that's the plan for tomorrow, and then I'm back talking to more people
Beautiful.
from Sunday onwards. So I'm here from Sunday to next Thursday.
Yes.
Then after Thursday, I'm just going to DC for 5 days, just to be a
Beautiful.
tourist.
Beautiful. So, I don't know if Priya was going to surprise you, but there is some celebrities on Monday there's an event that you will be in attendance. And I won't tell you much. I won't tell you.
I'm looking
You guys
forward to
know. But yeah, so it's an event we have coming up, and we got some celebrity judge that's on the event, and So that's going to be pretty cool for you as well, man. I won't spoil the surprise for you. So that would be lovely as well. I'm really excited you're here, bro.
No, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward to that event on Monday.
Yes.
I'm busy.
Yeah,
it's busy being here.
You're a busy man. Now, for individual that love the social media space, is that a space that they can find you on?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
Mainly. I mean, I'm not a prolific social media user. I try to moderate my use a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I use Instagram, use Facebook increasingly. Okay. Facebook's a big thing here.
Okay, yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
So do they just punch your name in and they find you?
Yeah, I do. So my name's Samuel English.
Yes.
I mean, my friends call me Sam, but I think on social media it's still my long name. I should probably change that. Yeah, Samuel English. I mean, it's a funny surname, actually. People always pick up on it. Are you related to Johnny English?
Right.
Like in the actor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a funny surname.
What movie would you say is your all-time movie? That's that is a movie that I've watched more than 10 times.
Such a good question. There are so many. I'm still a big Jurassic Park fan.
Bruv.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I wasn't going to say Harry Potter. I thought that would be too much of a giveaway. But Jurassic Park, they released a new one this year.
Yeah.
I went to see it the day it was released.
Was it good?
It was great.
Because I haven't seen it yet. So,
you have to.
Man, no, I got to check it out. And did they bring back some of the old actors from 3?
Yeah, so this is what I really like about Jurassic Park. They bring in the old actors again, and it's like, wow, you're back.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Some people would say one of the movie that have came out and have really created a army of people around it is the Star Wars.
Yes.
How crazy can you say the people get in the UK, like especially for the costumes and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, still in my house, I think I've got a lightsaber somewhere from when I was younger. Like you have friends over and you've got these lightsabers and you're like doing cushion wars on the sofa, building a fort, and then you've got a lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's quite big, especially when I was growing up. I mean, I was born in 2004.
Right, right.
It was still big then.
Yeah,
they were still releasing their movies.
Huge.
So I kind of grew up with it.
Yeah.
And then it's interesting because you don't watch the movies in the order they were released.
Right, right.
So it can get a bit confusing sometimes, but I love it.
Yeah, love it, man. For you now, because we're in the closing session of the show, message to youths that possibly want to explore diversity, want to explore the possibility of going to another country to go to school, what would you say to them?
I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, since being here, I've just experienced so many different types of people.
Lovely.
I think one thing I've noticed in the US is people are like far more confident in what they say,
right,
which I need to work on. I mean, I may be a bit quiet
on
this podcast, so you may need to artificially higher my voice.
Yeah.
But I would say go for it.
Yeah.
You just meet so many different types of people in the way that if you just stay almost in your same community or same country your entire life, you don't get those opportunities. So if you do have the opportunity, go for it.
Go for it.
You've got nothing to lose.
Be bold.
Be bold.
Yeah. I love that, man. Listen, guys, you guys got a beautiful surprise tale today. You guys are welcome. Samuel, man, thank you for being on the show today. This was lovely. There you guys have it. Until our next episode where we have another decorative guest, like my guest here, Samuel English. And you guys can check him out on social media platform as well. I bet you guys didn't know a few things you've learned today, so you guys are welcome about that. And bruv, I know you're going to be finding out a few things about the hurricane stuff and all that. It's going to be fun.
That's the plan.
This is good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, definitely. Beautiful. This is good.